Good morning. So this lesson is on factoring. Again, that's taking a quadratic expression that's in standard form and then turning it into factors. It is like doing distributive property in reverse. Now, here's the top of the page down here. Here's a page of expressions to factor. But first, I'm going to do these four as an example. So the first two, the a term is 1, but for the last term, the a term is some other number. Here, they're both 2. Remember, in standard form, a term is the term in front of x squared. That's the coefficient. Also, remember, it's this x squared that makes it a quadratic expression, or when we talk about quadratic functions. So if the a term is 1, there's no number in front of x, we just use our method. Remember, the two numbers have to multiply to get the c term and add to get the b term, right? So I think, all right, what number multiplies to get 10 and adds to get -7? Okay, so when I do it is I just put the x's first, like this. I put my parentheses, then I say, okay, it's the first two parts of the factors will be x and x, and I think, okay, well, let's see, 10, how do we get 10? 2 times 5 is 10. And I look here, well, -2 times -2 plus -5 is -7. Okay, so I think, all right, well, 5 could go here, -5 can go here, and -2 can go here. Right? You could also use the X method if that's what you use. Now, why is this the correct answer? Well, we look, if we were to do it in backwards to check our answer, I'm going to check my answer for all of these. If you distribute like this, we'll see we'll get the same answer. We'll get our original answer. So for this one, if we distribute, we should get the original thing. So we get x times x is x squared. X times -2 is -2x. -5 times x is x. 5x minus 5x. -5 times -2 is +10. And if we combine like terms, we get our original answer, -7x plus 10. Okay, so our answer is actually this expression right here, but this shows that it is the correct answer. That is our check. Okay, so next, notice for this next one, we don't see a b term, but that means b is 0. So b is 0. And you know, sometimes I do write it out. A equals 1, b equals 0, and c equals -49. Sometimes that helps me out to write out the values for a, b, and c. So I think, okay, what multiplies to get -49 and adds to get 0? Well, 7 times 7 is 49, and 7 minus 7 is 0. So first I put my x's in front, and I say the two numbers are 7 and 7. -7 and +7. There you go. Okay, so that's our answer. That's us factoring. Now to check our answer, we just multiply it out. Again, so we can FOIL it. So we get x X times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. Negative 7 times 7 is 49. And the middle terms cancel each other out, so we are left with the original answer. So it checks out. So our answer is x minus 7, x plus 7. Now, suppose that's if the a term is 0. But suppose like here, the a term is 2, right? A equals 2, B equals 18, and C equals 36. Well, you do 2 steps. First, you check if if you can factor out that a term, right? So the a term is 2. So you want to factor out 2. Let's see, can we divide 18 by 2? Yes. Can we divide 36 by 2? Yes. So we're going to factor out 2 from it. Then we're going to solve it the same way. So we put 2 in front. So we get x squared plus 9x plus 18. Right? I just factored out the 2. Now we can solve it as if the a term is 1. Notice we have to leave the 2 on the outside. If we don't leave the 2 on the outside, then it's incorrect. All right. So, okay, what multiplies to get 18 and adds to get 9? Well, 6 and 3. So first I put my 2 in front, put my parentheses, and I say, okay, 6 and 3. So plus 6 and plus 3. They multiply to get 18, and they add to get 9. And so that matches this expression in the parentheses. And we already factored out the 2. So we can factor out like that. So first you check if you can factor out the a term. But notice here, the a term is 2. But we cannot factor it out. And c equals 15, right? We can't divide, we can't divide 11 by 2 or 15 by 2. So we are going to just put that 2 in front of one of the x's. I think, okay, well, 2x times x is 2x squared. So I'm going to just leave that inside this first parentheses. And remember, it's a little more complicated here. We have to think, okay, what two numbers multiply to get 15? Well, the obvious numbers are 5 and 3. Okay? All right. So I'm going to do it wrong first to show the method. Okay, I'm going to just put plus 3 and plus 5. I'm just going to take a guess. Plus 3 and plus 5. Okay, and we say, okay, oh, that looks like the right answer. So I distribute. Again, let's check my answer. Check my answer, and I say, okay, that's 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x, and 3x plus 15. I add those two together, and I get 2x squared plus 13, combine like terms, plus 15. Oh, that's not the same thing. Look, they don't match. What did we do wrong? Well, remember, if this constant on the outside is going to be multiplied by 2, right? That's how we get 10, the outside term. So I have to think, I'm going to have to multiply 2 by one of these two numbers, 3 or 5, right? And I'm assuming 3 and 5 is correct. Okay, so this is wrong. So I think, well, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. So I have to multiply the 3 by 2. So okay, 2x parentheses x parentheses, and then I say, now I'm going to put the 3 over here. So it's going to be 3 times 2 for the b term. Again, this is the b term. And for this one, it's 5. 5 times x is 5x. 2x times 3 is 6x. 5x plus 6x is 11x. So again, just to check my answer, 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. 5 times x is 5x. Then 15x. Okay. Then I combine like terms, and again, this is to check my answer, 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. So it's correct. And so that's my answer. So I think these are the most difficult when A is not 1 and it doesn't factor out. You sort of have to do some thinking, some abstract thinking, and be like, okay, there's different possibilities for to get 15, to get the C term. So which of them gets me the correct B term, right? So again, and we'll explore later on, sometimes there are some that are not factorable, and there's different ways we deal with that. But for now, we're just practicing factoring, and then I think the next lesson will be, or a later lesson will be on how to apply this. All right, so that's our lesson on factoring. If you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, I will talk to you next time, and so that we can go over this. All right, so have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.